Hey, what's up my fellow Twisters? Welcome back to another Redstone map showcase here in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today, we are taking a look at the top 17 Redstone creations in MCPE. This is the best of the best, and recently I've been doing a lot of top 10s on PC, and I thought, why not show the MCPE community some love with these awesome Redstone creations. Now, this map is actually created by a fan. His name is Lord Creeper's Nose. Go check him out on Twitter. I will link that down below. He made this awesome map for us to enjoy. So let's go ahead and just get straight into it. So here we go, exiting the main room to enter the area of Redstone creations. Alright, so our first Redstone creation is going to be the Omega TNT Cannon. And guys, this is a super TNT cannon that shoots TNT basically out of the map. I mean, it's so insane. Alright, so let's go ahead and just activate this and show you guys how it works. Alright, so we just click that button right over there, and it should go ahead and pop down some TNT. So let me come back on this side. There we go. And there we go. There's our TNT. Now at the front of our TNT cannon, guys, look at that. It's going to fire off into the distance. As you can see, I'm not sure if it's going to fall to the ground, but you can tell that that is going extremely far. I mean, come on. That is just ridiculous. You can see it like loading in, but I think it explodes right above the ground. But as you can see, that is a crazy powerful TNT cannon. I'm not even sure where our base is again, but yeah, that is super cool, guys. So I'm going to try to shoot that one more time and show you guys how far it actually goes, so you guys get a good idea of the angle and trajectory. So let's just go back over here. There we go. And then we can activate the system yet again. All right, so let's just hit that button. There we go. It's going to pop down our TNT, and we're just going to look up into the air this time and just watch it go off. Yep, there we go. As fast as you can imagine, it just goes away off into the distance. All right, so that's basically our Super Omega TNT Cannon. Now let's take a look at this other redstone creation on this side, which is going to be the Ultimate Human TNT Cannon. This basically fires you up into the air. So let's just step in the middle, right over here, and then we could go ahead and hit one of these buttons located on the sides of these blocks. You can hit any one of these buttons and the system will work. So let's go ahead and just hit this one and then stand over here in the middle, and it should launch us up into the air. So let's just do this. Oh my god! Whoa! We're like flying up into the air. We're in space. Almost in space. This is crazy. Look, we're now starting to fall. I mean, obviously we would be dead because I'm on creative mode, but I mean, it's so freaking cool. And that does actually work in survival mode. But yeah, I mean, you don't die on takeoff because of the water, but if you fall like on top of this area over here, you will definitely break your legs and die. Alright, so enough with the TNT cannons. Now let's take a look at something a bit cooler. Over here we have an automatic nether portal. This is awesome because it has two different entrances for players 1 and 2. We hit the button to the left and our portal is activated, and it looks so majestic with the shaders. Oh my goodness. Then we can go ahead and take it off using the right button, and then hit the right button one more time to get rid of the water. And then if you want to turn it back on, you hit the left button one last time. So there you go, guys. That is basically how our automatic nether portal would work. It's pretty nice and I quite like it. Alright, so we saw a few awesome redstone inventions. Now let's take a look at something a bit simpler. Over here we have a trash bin, and as you can see, it uses a bit of redstone to create this awesome little dispense system that's going to basically drop items into lava below our dropper. So if we go ahead and just place down, say, our diamond sword into that chest, it will basically take it into our dropper and then dispense it into our lava, and it's going to be gone forever, hence a trash bin. Alright, so let's grab ourselves another sword casually because we're on creative mode, and take a look at the rest of stuff in this map. Alright, so to the right, we have something really awesome. It's going to be an armor or auto armor equipment station. You basically step in the middle and it equips you with awesome enchanted armor. So I basically walk forward and bam! There we go. Now I can check out our armor using our menu and take a look at this, guys. We're totally ready to kill some zombies. Oh my gosh. That is really cool. I would love to have that in my house. Alright, next up, we have this automatic furnace system, which is basically like a what do you call it, the industrial furnace on PC. Basically, you add in your fuel at the left and your food at the right. So let's just go ahead and grab those items in the resources panel. There we go. Grab ourselves some more pork chops. We place down our fuel on the left hand side. There we go, 64, and then we can place down our food on the right hand side. All right, there we go, guys. We now have all of the items now in our chests, and as you can see, we'll basically take it automatically into our furnace and then dispense it into this chest right at the bottom. There we go. We got ourselves some cooked pork chops. How delicious. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the creations on the map itself. I'm gonna come back over here and see what we have. I believe this is going to be an automatic wheat farm. As you can see, we have two of them combined up together. We basically go ahead and hit this button right over here. It spawns down the water, and then it sends all of our seeds and wheat into our hopper, and then automatically sorts it into the chest at the bottom. How insanely cool is that, guys? We have automatic farms. Then we can go ahead and hit this button yet again to remove the water and place down our wheat and let it grow, and then we could come back and do it again. So that is basically our automatic farm. All right, so the next redstone creation we have is the brewing station. This utilizes our 8-way selectors, and it's so simple to use, guys, and it's also really cool. So basically, anything that the arrow is pointing to is the item that we have selected that's going to go into our brewing stand. And yeah, that is awesome in itself, guys. I mean, if you point towards the nether wart, it is going to go into our potion. How crazy is that? All right, so first things first, we actually need to go ahead and drop down water bottles into that hopper. Then it goes into our dropper. After that, we click on the button to add it into our brewing stand. There we go. We click it 3 times, and as you can see, our water bottles are now in there. Now, once that is completed, we select our nether wart by basically pointing the arrow towards it. Click on this button over here to send that nether wart into our brewing stand. As you can see, that is now working, and yeah, that is pretty cool. And after that is completed, we need to go ahead and select another item or ingredient to add into our system by using the selector on the right hand side. I want to go ahead and put in blaze powder, and yet again, you do this by simply pointing at the item, which is super cool, and just hitting the button after our nether wart is gone or whatever. So there we go. We have our awkward potions now in there. Click on that button, and now it will add in our blaze powder in there, I believe. So there you go. And now it'll just take a minute to complete that potion. But in the meantime, let's take a look at another redstone creation right back over here. This is going to be a button switcher, which is actually called a T flip-flop on PC. Basically, we hit this button over here using redstone and a bit of torches. As you can see, it changes a button into a lever. You could basically just look at this system and copy it if you want to create it for yourselves. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at another creation on this side. This is going to be a lockable door, so it's like toggleable, but basically you can go ahead and walk through the door using our pressure plates only if this lever is not turned on. So yeah, it's quite simple actually. There's not a lot of redstone on this one because I mean, it's just a lever on the bottom section of the block, which adds in a continuous signal. All right, so as you can see, we could use the door right now, but if I go ahead and yet again flick this lever, it will keep the door locked. So of course, this is like the inside, and the other side is the outside. All right, let's go back to our potion brewing station and check out what potion we actually got. So of course, we added in that blaze powder to get ourselves potion of strength. So yeah, that's basically how it works, guys, and that's just proof of concept because that is indeed a really cool contraption. Anyways, moving on, we have the auto cooker V2, and this is basically a better looking industrial furnace. We put down our fuel in the middle, we put down the ores on the left chest, and then we get the output on the right chest. So yeah, that is pretty much how it works. Nothing too complicated, and yet again, it's just an improvement on the other auto cooker that we saw a bit earlier. Alright, next up we have ourselves a vending machine, and this one's actually for free items, and I know that's technically not a vending machine, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. As you can see, we have a few different choices here for which items that we like. We could basically select it yet again by, having the arrow point towards the items that we want. Say, for instance, I want to grab myself an iron chest plate. I simply point the arrow towards this, I click on that button, then after a couple seconds, it should appear in the chest. So there you go, guys. It works pretty fast, and it's pretty cool, and I guess you could add this into your world if you want to be a bit fancy, and adding no currency to it really doesn't make any sense, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Alright, so next up, we have ourselves a lava door. So this is pretty cool because it doesn't really need pistons in order for it to work, so let's just go ahead and take a look at this. We simply hit this button over here, and lava falls down between our pressure plates, and it is contained. So yeah, that is super cool. It's basically going to act as a barrier or a door, as the sign says, and then we could click on the button again, the lava goes down, and we could just walk straight over it. So let's just wait till that goes away. There we go, and boom. Alright, so we could come to the other side, hit that button yet again, and then reclose our quote-unquote lava door. Alright, now let's go ahead and move on to some other creations over here at the back of the map. I think we took a look at this one. Now let's check out this one on this side. Alright, so this is going to be a automatic machine gun, which I think I've done a tutorial about this on PC, but this is a modified version for MCPE, of course. It looks really cool. Basically, when we flick this lever over here, it's going to start rapidly firing arrows out of our machine gun onto our target. Of course, the target is built very close to it, so it just hits the bullseye, but it goes pretty far depending on the height of the machine gun. Then if you want to spice things up, you could go ahead and hit this button to put down lava, and now we have flaming arrows. Take a look at that, guys. That is insane. Now we can just turn it off, and also if you want to turn off the lava function or the flaming function, we just turn off the lava by hitting the button yet again. So yeah, that is definitely pretty cool, and that's how the machine gun would work. Alright guys, let's take a look at the next creation we have, which is going to be a firework. I guess that's all it says. It says fireworks. Okay, so basically hit this button over here. It's going to, I guess, fire TNT up into the air, and it will explode. So it's not, you know, regular fireworks. It's actually TNT fireworks, which could be a bit more deadly and scary at the same time. Alright, the next thing we have over here does not really have a sign, but I believe it is a trash bin. And this one's a bit cooler because you can just drop your items down onto the ground. It gets sucked down using an item hopper inside of a chest, and it goes down into our lava. So very similar to the first one that we saw, but this one is a bit more hidden. And of course, you can replace this iron block with any block of your choice, whether it be grass. And if you drop down an item over there, it will go into your trash bin. So you could essentially create yourselves an invisible, disposable trash bin beneath the floor. Alright guys, so I switched to survival mode, and for some reason the lava dispensed itself, so it's really hard to reset the map, as well as reloading the map will take a really long time. So let me just explain what actually happened. So basically, if you download the world and you walk into this area and you try to eat some cake, it will activate the dispensers in the floor and trap you inside that lake of lava. So it's a redstone trap. And I'm sorry I didn't get to show it in the video, but if you guys want to download the map, I'll try to put that in the description box down below. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please take 1 second to smack the like button. I really appreciate it. Tell me another type of redstone top list that you would like to see on my channel, whether it be on MCPE or on Minecraft PC. I did do top 10 redstone defenses before, as well as top 10 hidden redstone entrances, which you can take a look at in the description box down below. Those videos are also really cool, and yeah, anyways, you guys can subscribe to see more awesome redstone tutorials, as well as maps and just amazing things. But anyways guys, this was Twist, and I'll see you guys next time.